Hey Bale, how is it that song goes?
Ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba ba.
Oh, that's how the song goes. Hi, I'm Jasper Norwell. You're watching, listening, something to Snazzmaster, which is a podcast about Taskmaster. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
man with no mouth, and to my side is a man with no arms. It's beothealea.
Heyo.
We are having some technical issues and all that. That is part of life,
Yeah.
I've been told.
Yeah, part of life, part of VTubing in general.
Yes, just part of that. So, if you're watching this, Bear will be T-posing at you the whole time, and I will be looking like a I don't know, one of those Greek theater masks. And then Bear
Mm-hmm.
moves his arms. Thank you for ruining my beautiful point.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And now OBS is like, I'm gonna freeze. Great. It's running good. Let's
Mm-hmm.
actually get on with the show, shall we?
Yeah.
It's episode 5, season 1. very a very sensual and romantic episode.
Yes. I know where you're
Yes.
getting at with that. Yeah.
I wasn't getting anywhere with it. I just had to say something. Um,
No, you're not referring to a later task? No?
I am maybe referring to the little denim shorts and everything involving Swedish people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yes, very sensual. But to quote the great Greg Davis, at times they will probably get really angry. And then if we had Ramesh in the studio, we would pan the camera to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because he gets
Exactly.
angry. And that's
Exactly.
funny.
Very funny indeed.
That's very funny. And he'll get angry this episode as well. And it's his
Mm-hmm.
own fault. As always.
True.
As always.
As always.
He'll blame
Yeah.
someone else, but it's his own fault. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
So, Beo,
Hail.
enough banter. Let's have a task, shall we?
Well, we always start with a prize task in these things.
Oh, yes, yes. The most valuable item.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's a very quantifiable task.
Partly quantifiable, partly creative, but to be fair, three of them just phoned it in.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that, Whitaker, phoned it in. I think a blank check is brilliant.
No, no, no. That one was brilliant. That's not one of the three. No, no, no.
Well, I mean, Rasheen showed up with a 12 quid ring, so.
Exactly. There we go. That's one of the
But
three.
I want to point something out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Josh is putting up 4 grand. Rasheen is putting up 12 pounds, right?
No, wasn't Josh's 20?
No, but here's the thing, right? He's paying 800 quid per pound he's winning in this task. Rasheen's paying 12 pounds. Think
Wait, am
about
I
it.
am I just like not understanding the currency system we're working with?
No, you see, Rasheen gets 1 point for putting up 12 pounds worth of merchandise, right?
Ah, I see where
And
you're coming
Josh is
from.
putting up 2 grand. No, 4 grand, sorry, to get 5 points.
No, 20 grand.
No, it's 4 grand. Because Frank's ring is 3,995 quid.
I hold on. Let me go back and find. I kind of sworn it was 4 grand, 20 grand.
No, 4 grand. You're thinking about an earlier episode with Frank and his vast stacks of cash?
Hold on.
Or is it? Or was it Frank getting paid 4 grand?
Frank was 4 grand. Josh was 20.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna go change my math. Josh is paying 4,000 quid per point,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot more than 12 quid per point, you know?
Yeah, yeah, a lot more.
So you can say, yeah, Rasheen is phoning it in. I think she's being smart.
Mm.
And I will also say, I know who else you're gonna mention, and I disagree. The Peugeot 407 is a brilliant car.
Really?
It is. Okay, fine. It's an old piece of shit, but when it was new, it was brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. It's 14 years old at the show's time.
Yes, and I'm just saying, I love French cars. I love a good Peugeot.
Mm-hmm.
And the 407 was one of the better Peugeots of its era. For
Mm-hmm.
starters, it didn't catch on fire all the time.
Oh, pretty good.
A lot of French cars catch on fire because they're French.
I don't think that's the reason why, but
I,
anyways.
French car makers, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some car, German engineering is a meme, right? And what they used to say about Skodas is that if you have a Skoda that keeps running, it was made of prison convicts. That's how you know it works. And French cars catch on fire. That's just how car culture works.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell that joke better one day. But I am curious though. You said three
Yeah.
people phoned it in?
Yes.
Who's the third?
The third is Tim, who brought in their not well-selling book.
I forgot about that because it was so dull.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but £3.50 for on Amazon. Actually, you know what? Let's go on here and go on Amazon right now and find out how much is it.
True. Maybe the
Oh,
price has changed.
and Amazon wants me to do a captcha. Okay, what was it called again? Tim Key book.
That'll be probably good enough. Let me
Well,
see if
I
I can
mean,
get
he
you
has
the
apparently
exact.
written more than one book.
All right, let me
The
see. Here it is
incomplete
on the thing.
300 practical gems and whatnots. It's incredible
Okay.
how the book gets more expensive if it's digital.
The Incomplete Tim Key
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the name of
yeah,
the book.
yeah. Contains some strong language and content. A paperback is $12. You can get a used paperback for $5.76.
Wait, that actually means it went up in price since the airing of the show.
Yes, it has. And I imagine if you actually did sign them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But I
Um,
agree with Alexis Horn's assessment of like a signed copy will be between the ring and the car.
yeah. Well, I mean, not today because the car has probably gotten worse.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
True, true.
and I don't know if the book is the book has increased in value.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Somehow it did.
Somehow it did, yeah. In any case, what is it? Rasheen, 12 quid. Tim Key, not a lot of quid. What did they put Ramish's at? Was it 400 quid?
590, so almost
590
600.
quid. I can afford that.
Mm-hmm.
And then big jump up to Frank. And then,
Big, big. I just love also how Frank was like, "I'll bring this ring that I didn't evaluate its price at all."
yeah, he didn't think this through, but that is part of the beauty.
Yeah, it is.
Just
That
showing
was
up, going, yeah. And no, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay.
multiple of them. No, just them and Josh were like, "Hold on a second." It's like you brought it in.
Yeah, yeah. We live in a society with rules.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. And yeah, Josh with a plus one quid.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning Josh is your task winner.
Exactly.
I don't know how much else there's to discuss other than the fact that I still like the Peugeot 407.
Well, maybe if it was like like a very specific car instead of a generic version, like it was the car that was used on like some show or like something, then it would have more value. You can argue like sentimental values like that, but just like my wife bought it for me 14 years ago. I was like, no, it doesn't get you any
This is
more points
Rummage
here.
Ring and Nathan's car.
Well, now it is, but
Well,
back then,
yeah, I guess
hmm
it's
you
a
know,
very school cheatery car, isn't it? It's economical. It has five doors and some seats. Very very reasonable car, very sensible. Which is probably why his wife bought it.
exactly.
But perfect, right? Wife, husband, and 3 kids in the back.
Do they have 3 kids?
He has 3 kids, yeah.
Oh, nice.
At least, yeah, 2 or 3. I think it's 3 actually. He said the first one was a good kill. The second one was fucking feral, and then he had one more. I believe that's how it went.
Yeah, that comment about the fair.
I believe the term was fucking feral.
It was.
But enough about children. Should we have a second task already? I know it's only been 10 minutes, but
Yeah,
because we have another very quantifiable task.
very quantifiable. Very pure task too. I love this
Very pure
task. It's
task.
so pure.
Get this boulder as far from this place as possible. You have 1 hour. That is, I mean, you can't really argue with that. It's very simple rules. And that is why
Exactly.
I'm going to immediately ask a non-rule question. And maybe you'd know it. Where do you get a prop boulder?
Yeah, that was a good question. Like, it was the fact that like there was not a real boulder was actually quite light.
I mean, honestly, if they got a real boulder in there, it would be a much more difficult question. And
But I'm sure with their studios and their TV connections, they probably have like a dedicated for show prop source to source it from.
I just went on Google, and would you like a Grand Canyon boulder rock prop? It's 30 feet by 26 feet by 13 feet.
Okay, interesting.
About $470 without shipping.
That must be like TV grade realism right there. Otherwise, it's a ripoff.
I don't know the normal price of prop boulders. But I like when I can answer my own questions.
Verily so.
Verily so. Yes. That's one question down.
Oh, but there's some other questions?
There's a lot of questions, but I'm gonna wait until we get to the 2 winners of the task. Let's take them in. Let's take them from worst to best, shall we?
Yeah.
So let's start with Rasheen again, because that's how it always goes in these cases.
Always goes with Rasheen, indeed.
Look, I like her as a person, but holy shit, is she bad sometimes.
They have like no sense of urgency too. Like
zero sense of urgency.
They're got 1 hour, and they're like, let me think about this for 30 minutes.
It took 28 minutes, and the boulder had moved 0 inches.
Exactly.
That is, I mean, the idea is good. Call a courier, take it to, was it Camper Sands or whatever, which I have no clue where is.
No clue either.
It's a beach.
Ooh.
I mean, I could have guessed that from the whole sands thing, but still, it's between Rye Harbor and Jury's Gap, which I also don't know where it is. Sorry, England. What a name! What a place with funny names. Wow, that is actually a bit of a trip. Like, I know for a fact you can take the train from London to Brighton in an hour, and then you'd be at the coast. But like that's a whole ass journey. Still, that's beside the point. I don't know why you would take a boulder to, the beach. Would it have worked? She would have won, of course, but I don't think you can take a boulder about, 60 miles in 60 minutes?
Well, 60 miles in 60 minutes, actually, that would work.
Yes, presuming A, you're not in London.
Yeah, presuming a perfect 60 miles per hour, exactly.
Yeah. And presuming A, you don't have to wait, B, that you don't have to wait for the courier. Again, there's a van present. Tim Key is the only one to notice that.
Yeah, but Tim Key started with, like, the helium balloons. It's like, you don't understand
he's
physics,
not very
do you?
intelligent, but please forgive him. He was trying to do the ice cube thing, except up.
Yeah. Which also the other thing about that, like, with all the other things where they bring out, like, safety equipment or things, or, like, they have, like, The lawyers involved. The fact that they even like humored them in like trying shows like the rest of the crew knew was like, no, this is not possible. You're not
It's not
doing
gonna
this,
work.
bruh. Because otherwise they would have to be like, wait, bruh, what if it falls after a while?
No, actually, you're asking the wrong question. Because while Googling this, and we'll get to
Hmm.
why I was Googling it, I
Hmm.
actually found the Taskmaster house on Google Maps.
Oh,
And you're never gonna guess it, right, Beo? It is actually called the Taskmaster house on Google Maps.
nice.
Now, here's a fun fact. If you go
Okay.
about, let's say 6 miles directly west, you have the
Mhm.
Heathrow fucking airport.
Yeah.
It's actually, no, it's even
Ooh,
worse than that. If
it's
the balloon
worse.
was to fly straight up and slightly to the south, it would be directly in the incoming traffic for the both of the runways. Imagine the lawsuit.
I could
Imagine the trouble he would get into.
so much. Oh my.
Like, I am not kidding. It is directly perpendicular with the airport.
Damn.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, no wonder like the crew must have been so certain it's like, nah, this is never happening.
It's never gonna work, mate. I will also say though, it puts the whole Tim Key throwing an ice cube into the ocean, not the ocean, the river thing, a bit more in perspective. There's only about 100 meters from the house to the River Thames. What's it called in English?
Pains? What?
Thames. It has you know the river that goes through London, right?
Oh, the name of the river. I don't know. I actually don't know the London River. I
River
don't know.
Thames. There we go. But it has a different name in Danish. That's not the point. I'm just saying he only
Mm.
carried the ice cube 100 meters before throwing it away.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But
True.
yeah, I think it's a good thing it did not actually fly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because I think he would be needing a lawyer, probably.
Oh yeah.
The show would probably need a lawyer.
Well, the show has lawyers. That's
I,
why
I,
they
I don't
like you
think they
can
have
see
enough lawyers.
not enough. Okay, yeah,
Like,
true.
interrupting an international airport with a fucking prop bowler on balloons, that's not just gonna be a god damn it, don't do it again kind of thing. That is holy shit, you're an idiot, here's a fine kind of thing.
A very big one too.
Yes. That is an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know what? We would get to Ramesh in a moment, but since we are on location, let's just move on with Josh and Frank,
Mm-hmm.
because Frank could have won.
Yeah, Frank had a very good idea with the train too. Yeah.
Yes, but he missed he missed the first train.
Yeah.
And
What a shame.
and I googled, right, because I have autism. There are 4 trains per hour from Chiswick Station, 2 in each
Hmm.
direction. We see it very clearly. The train was on the station and left when he was talking into that, I think it was a ticket machine.
Or something. But
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, sure, he got like 5 miles away. He could have gotten further.
Yeah, because he missed 30 minutes
Nah,
with
I
that.
mean, at most 15. He could just have gotten into a train that went the other direction.
No, because to get the one in the other direction, you have to get off the platform and go around to the other side.
You do realize he could just do that. It's not like the boulder is heavy.
True, but I think by the camera angle, I think they stayed on the same side.
I can't say I checked that much. I was busy checking literally everything else,
Let me
including
check
the
that right
fact,
now.
and I'm just saying he was lazy because he didn't have to go to Chiswick Station. Because
Oh, there's a closer one?
no, there's several closer ones. You have Mortlake, you have Barnes Bridge.
Hmm.
If you have a good running list, you can get to Kew Gardens. Honestly, this is actually the Taskmaster house is very well located when it comes to public transport. 2 separate rail lines, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the tube, if I'm not wrong. So, just saying.
No, yeah, I just checked it. The camera angle, they didn't move from that platform. It's the same platform, so they didn't switch sides.
That would be 30 minutes of just. Well, I mean, it was 2 trains per hour in non-peak hours. So if they
Mm-hmm.
recorded this in during peak hours, I don't know when they recorded it.
True.
It could have
True.
been a lot late. It could have been 15 or 20 minutes, but still, he could have won.
Could have. Could have.
I mean, he could also have won if he'd gone to a different station, but I digress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And speaking of like what they lost to, I can't believe that Josh won with Rashim's original plan. Just
Except better.
yeah, by chance.
Well, not I would say by chance, because he didn't go for Curia, he went for a cap.
Oh,
That
true.
is a very different thing because it's London.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to be extra specific, they're recording the show in. Great, now I zoomed out from the map. I was gonna say it's in Fulham, but it's not in Fulham. It's still, I mean, it's in Western London, but it's still very central in London, right? Not central. It's still in London,
Mm-hmm.
which means how did it take that long for a cab to show up? Because I mean, he had time to make a cup of tea and everything.
Nice, yeah.
I mean, this is London is a very big place with a lot of taxi cabs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm speaking from the fact that I watch football, right? Man's right
Mm-hmm.
between Brentford and Fulham. There has to be a cab somewhere. You know?
Mm-hmm.
In any case, very simple instructions. Drive up the M4, go as far west as you can. And what did you
Exactly.
get? What? I think it was like, ballpark it? 10 miles?
I don't remember exactly
He went
either.
to Windsor. The man got a Patriot at Windsor.
Right, right. Which I don't know where that is either.
Um, well, it's basically on the other side of Heathrow Airport. It's actually outside London, to be fair.
Ah.
Which basically meant that, let's say Tim Key had succeeded with the balloon, he would have been driving past the balloon, going down the M4.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he had to drive past Heathrow Airport, which I'm like, you know what, he could actually have been stuck in traffic there, I guess. I don't know.
True.
But doesn't matter because it worked.
Yeah, the gamble paid off.
Yes, I mean, to be fair, gamble and gamble, I wouldn't say that, because even if he'd just gotten it out of the borough, he would still, have been a second.
Mm-hmm. True.
Hell, screw that. If he'd just gotten it out of Chiswick, he would have been a second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. And, I mean, you criticize, actually, criticize that word. You're saying, oh, he did what Rasheen did, but better. But so did Ramesh.
True. And
And here
Ramesh
we.
had like worse luck.
No, he had Mo.
Huh?
He had
No.
a man called Mo, a man with a van. Which honestly, how do you get a man with a van with like 30 minutes warning? That's a no, sorry, 50 minutes warning. It's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have men with vans where you are?
Here?
Yeah.
I don't know about the logistics that go on in the casino. But yes, we do have a truck docking port here. So not vans,
Ah,
more
okay.
trucks.
Okay. Well, a man with a van is literally just a man with a van, and you just call him to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Usually van stuff.
And usually man stuff. Mm-hmm.
He can definitely do man stuff too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say calling Mo was not a bad idea if it wasn't for the fact that Ramesh has no understanding of how anything works. And I don't have a map here, but basically what Ramesh did, he went northeast, then he turned west.
I think he was
Before,
always going northwest. Yeah, he was always going northwest.
yeah, but then he asked Mo to drive south, closer
N-
to the house.
No, no, I got the map up, and I will defend Ramesh here. They they dog on Ramesh for giving bad instructions, but what happened was that Mo eventually got to a T intersection where they had to guess between left and right
Well, I
at
mean,
that moment.
that's not his fault, you know. Ramesh's instruction was go down that road.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, you don't have that many options then.
Yeah, but I wouldn't blame Ramesh for not knowing that, like, hey, beyond your vision, it's gonna tee off. It's
Yeah,
a
but how can you
50-50 shot
blame
at that
Mo
point.
for it then?
No, don't blame Mo either, because Mo doesn't know where they're coming from, so it's a 50-50 shot no matter what.
Now, the taxi driver would know it. Wait, I mean, all taxi drivers have autistic knowledge of London. It's called the knowledge, by the way.
The knowledge.
The knowledge. They spend 4 years learning all roads in London, and then they take a test. I am not kidding. That's what they do.
Wait, what? Really?
Seriously, yeah. They literally.
Amazing.
It becomes a full time job studying the roads of London.
Uh-huh.
So they know where everything is, and we're talking about. They need to know 20,000 different places and how to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Damn.
and then they take an honest to God test before they're allowed to drive those black London cabbies.
Wow.
That is, I mean, I've seen documentaries. That is a serious thing. I'm saying that guy would have known what Ramesh meant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure
True,
Mo did.
barely.
I'm not gonna blame Mo, obviously, because laughing at Ramesh is funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but just laugh at Ramesh. Or if you had been me and had to give directions, I would have probably gone with football stadiums.
Oh, true.
Because, well, I mean, every place in London has a football club.
Yeah, in fact, that might have been. Well, actually, I don't know how much Ramesh knows of London to be like, well, that
Oh,
this thing is in that direction, so just drive
no,
towards
actually, no.
that
I,
thing.
I believe he's a Londoner.
Oh, then we can actually give more fault to Ramesh here.
He is. No, he's from Crawley. Where the fuck is Crawley?
No clue.
It is. He's from outside London. He's in south of London, but still.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, you know, we could just drive in the direction of Stamford Bridge. You'll get that. That's where Chelsea plays, but Chelsea's football team doesn't play in Chelsea. They play in Fulham, which is
Mm-hmm.
spelled Fulham,
Oh, nice. It
but not
must have
pronounced
been
that.
full of ham at one point.
It must have been Fulham, and then they lost an L and became Fulham.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then you have Brentford, the other direction, which is full of people in orange shirts. It's kind of weird. It has nothing to do with the task, but I'm just saying. I spent a lot of time on Google Maps today. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed, you did.
And honestly, we gotta kill time because I've seen what task comes next, and you know.
Next task is F tier. Definitely.
Yes, it is. Grow the longest nail. You got 10 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Absolute F tier.
I have 2 notes exactly for this. Which one would you like first?
Well, you didn't like put a B situation, so I have no clue what is first or second here.
Well, one is first, the other is not first.
I don't know. Do you have a note on Ramesh's toes specifically? Is that one of them?
Yes, I have.
So let's go with that one.
Ramesh will never become a foot fetish model.
Never.
I mean, I don't think there are a lot of people out there who are into Sri Lankan feet. I mean, there probably is, but they're probably attached to women.
Mm-hmm.
The feet, not the fetishists, that is. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who like brown feet. But pretty brown feet.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
And not with a sloppy toenail paint job.
Well, I mean, I would say he deserves an extra point for actually, you know, dressing up the toe.
You do?
Well,
I
come
don't
and
know.
think of
I
it, he
would
put
be
in.
suspicious.
You say it's an F tier task, but Ramesh tried to make it an E, like E tier, perhaps.
Yeah. Rubbish tried.
He
It's
tried.
F tier because it's just purely genetic chance. Just like how Josh said, it's like, I have unusually long, big toenails. It's like, well, there we go.
Well,
That's the answer.
problem solved. Unless your Team Kean shows up with a doctor's note, essentially.
That was nice.
Or is that even actually not a doctor's note? It's a note from his boss. Just
Mhm.
Tim Key is playing a character that bites his nails. Okay, yes, great.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's just skip to the end. Josh gets 5.
Yep.
Rubbish 4 for the ugliest toe in history. Frank,
Mhm.
who I believe the comment was his feet looked like someone's grandmother.
No, it was his hand.
Oh, right, it was this Billy that looks like a 15-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very
Yep. Yep.
romantic episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Regine 2, and I think Tim should have been disqualified for not participating, so to say, but he gets a point.
Mm. But also, I have to comment. Josh's win here is like literally a plot point in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I have got to ask how. Go on.
In part 4, there is a villain whose whole thing is they're obsessed with their fingernails, and the more they are stressed, the longer they grow. So they like clip them and catalog their lengths and like focus on them a lot.
How do I
And like
not
it doesn't
remember
come
that?
up in like a way like another character points out or notices it. It's just like, oh, look at this character and their weird mannerisms, and look how stressed they are. You can tell by their nails that they're very stressed. It's like, okay, I guess it's like a very like niche, like what's it called, a superstitious thing that
Japan
it's
has
all
some weird
about.
moments. I mean, despite part 4 being my favorite JoJo part, I honestly don't remember that.
Because it only comes up like twice. Once in like setting up it exists, and a second time in, like, look, it's happening.
Wow.
And it's like, why?
Why? But yeah, that was a very that was a self-explanatory task.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care to introduce the next one while I take a sip?
Well, actually, I have one more comment about this
Oh,
one.
go on.
This must have actually been the first one they recorded, and they labeled them and they released them in a different order
That's
because
actually a good question.
Frank would not have that nail in any other episode.
Have you looked at Frank's? Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Actually, this is why we have Google. Date of recordings, because I mean, it's not really uncommon that we record episode something before another episode,
Yeah.
because that happens. Um,
Oh no, I remember another fact actually now that might actually throw that theory out the window a little bit, or maybe a little bit,
no,
only a little bit.
go on. I'm curious.
There are episodes in which Alex Horn recaps the total points randomly. So it kind of makes it
Yes.
a little iffy about the ordering being exact or not.
Yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, I do suppose it is actually done chronologically. When you put it like that, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course you could do B-roll footage, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Let me look up episode 1 and I'll get the answer for myself.
yes. So while we do that, let me do a fun fact while you do that, yeah.
Well, we can keep going while I do this in general.
You say that, but let's just put an end to the Frank Skinner nail debate. Not words you say often. Fun fact though, they do actually recycle B footage once in a while.
Oh, you're
I mean,
more
they've
attentive
probably
than
done
me.
that several times this season, but I noticed when I was watching the next episode that one of the transitions, the introductions to a task, was the exact same one as the task we're coming to in a moment.
Oh.
It's the one where they zoom in on the picture of old Greg and there's a clock.
Mm-hmm.
That is the exact same B foot roll. It's the exact same transition. They probably used it several times this season.
I mean, they probably only have a limited amount of them. It was the first one, after all.
That's true. Which, I mean, and I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil the next episode. They didn't have the Taskmaster trophy.
Nope.
They had one of those cheap karate trophies, you know?
Yep. It was the first one.
I don't think they were planning that far ahead.
Nope, not at all.
In any case, where are we on the Frank Skinner nail debate? Gate.
I have the episode up, and I'm just panning through it a little bit at a time, trying to see if there's a clear shot.
The people crave the knowledge.
This is gonna take a while, so we might as well do this in parallel, buddy.
Buddy, wow. I mean, I was gonna keep bantering and say you're the man with the funny eyes who looks at pies and, you know,
I do love them pies.
ocular
Especially meat
disassembly.
pies.
Don't say it, Jasper. Don't say it. Bad Jasper. Well, I love cream pies. Moving on. Come on, that was obvious. Task number 5. I know. While you're looking at the nails, I'll just teach people how to speak Swedish. Just kidding. I don't know how to speak Swedish. Task number 5. Make the Swedish person blush as deeply as possible.
I think you skipped one, actually.
Nope. Oh, sorry, you're right, actually. For some reason, I'm at task 5, where we need to go to task 4. Hey, folks, let's just pretend I didn't say that and go on with task 4. Terribly sorry, Bill, you're right. I'm confused. I'm stupid as hell. It's a team task. Make this bed to hotel standards whilst holding hands. Your time ends when you get into bed. Hold hands now. And here we have a lot of philosophical debates and a lot of technical debates.
Yep.
But I'm going to start with a question because I don't travel all that much. I'm a staycation guy. But you, Beo, I know you travel a bit.
Yeah, a little bit,
So
yeah.
you can answer me a question.
What is the question?
The fuck is a hotel standard?
Okay, I feel the whole tan standard is the fact that it's completely taught. It's actually oddly painful to remove the sheets from a hotel bed. I don't know why they make it so taut like that.
Taut, that's a good word.
Yeah, the first task you have to do to get into a hotel bed is wrench the sheets off the bed itself so you could actually get under them at all.
Well, that's an answer. Make it taut and then get into it.
That and the 4 pillows.
4 pillows.
Yeah, 4 pillows.
I don't know if they have 4 pillows in this case. I'm not gonna ask.
Nah, it didn't look like it.
Didn't look like it. The second philosophical question is, who the fuck puts a hotel bed in a gazebo?
I know, right? But I like that gazebo. I mean, the other one was in a tennis court, to be fair. So
yeah, that that doesn't make much more sense either.
Yeah,
that really doesn't make much more sense. But by the way, Frank Skinner is yawning. Sorry. Yeah, we're recording this at 10 p.m. Shut up. Frank Skinner is not 74. And so it's the kids versus the old men again. And, is 2 or 3 people the best here?
It's definitely 2 that are better. And this is why I don't like the team tasks, because the numbers get in the way too much.
Well, you say that, but I mean, for all we know, it could be reversed. More is better. I mean, not in this case. As someone did ask, well, I mean, as Greg asked, would a crab be better off without its middle part? That is not what I wrote, but that's what I meant.
I think I'm getting glimpses of the nail in episode 1. Sorry.
That's a good thing, because I'm just fantasizing over my note here. I literally wrote, would a crab be better off without a bed? I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know how to answer that too.
I don't think that's what I meant to ride. Would a crab be better off without the middle part? I think that's the one.
Oh, the crab, yeah. That's what they argue, yeah.
I mean, Roman argues yes, but I would argue, is it a crab then?
Well, the other problem is, like, unlike in their situation where the person in the middle was, like, basically nullified, a crab having a middle part doesn't nullify any part of it. It's part of the design.
I mean, true, but the arguments about reach make sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, to be fair, I mean, how big is a bat? I'm sure, I mean, if it's two short people, then it would be a problem, but, you know, two regular sized men. Oh, fine. Sorry, I keep yawning. And I mean, ultimately, you know, they do win, despite having more wind and less brain cells. Frankie.
Wait, no.
What?
Well, Frank and Tim win.
Yeah, that's what I said. Despite having more wind and less brain cells.
Oh, okay, wind. I thought we were going
it-
back to the crab argument.
No, there's no crabs in this task. God damn it, Bale.
No, but they were arguing about the crab in the middle.
I know.
Part of the crab.
It's a very philosophical debate. Yeah,
Mhm.
Frank and Tim wins convincingly. I'll admit, I kind of zoned out doing this task. I mean, not that it's a bad task or anything, it's just... Make a bet.
Nah, I disagree. I put all the team tasks in F tiers by default.
I think you're a very depressing man.
Okay.
Did you at least find the nail?
I found... I'm there's no, like, they don't ever, like, zoom in closely on their hand, but I'm actually starting to be sure that the nail is there. Because sometimes by a few pixels it looks like the nail is there in episode 1.
I don't know what I'm feeling about this, to be honest. We're looking at what is a 55-year-old man's fingers. And I'm starting to wonder if you have some kind of sick fetish. No?
Me?
Yeah?
No!
I don't know about that, Bayo. I mean, you're the one who...
No, we got the clear sighting. The nail's there. Got the clear sighting.
The nail is there, ladies and gentlemen. They have recorded episode 1 before they recorded episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now go through all the episodes. No, don't go through all the episodes.
But
I'm
that's
asking you
convincing enough
nicely, Bayo.
that this is actual ordering. The nail was there for the
The
first
nail
4
is
episodes.
there. I don't know what to say, Bayo. That is horrifying beyond belief.
What's even more horrifying about think about that is that then, like, when they were on stage with the nail there, all 5 of them had the nail still for the first 4 episodes. They were like, when is it gonna come up so I can get rid of this thing?
You know, when you put it like that, yeah. I mean, you know, that's even worse because then you're thinking, you go back a few episodes to, was it Josh? Who got
Yeah,
great-
Josh with the only I did this thing.
No, and also the tattoo.
The what?
The Greg tattoo.
The Greg tattoo?
The tattoo of Greg's name on his foot.
Oh, the tattoo, yeah.
Because he has to go to work every day thinking, will this be the day where I show my feet in front of cameras?
Or what's even worse is I'm sure there are more tasks than they use in the actual thing.
Yeah. Now imagine they did the task and he tattooed his feet and he didn't use it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That would be awkward. Yeah.
Be so awkward.
So awkward.
Both of those would be so awkward. It's like the nail never comes up, no comes up.
This is weird. As Bayo's audio cuts out because it's Bayo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a different question.
Yeah.
It's completely irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
But what the fuck is up with the word duvet?
I didn't even know that was a word, so I don't know.
Well, and here's the thing, right? The thing you have on top of you when you sleep, right? A blanket, a quilt, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
It's called a duvet, right?
Is it?
Apparently it is. Which confuses me. Which confuses me every time I hear it, right? Because when you look at all the other words you have in bed, like pillow and mattress and, well, bed, and you have this French word.
Well, that one, to be fair, um, that one I think more goes into the fact that English is just
A miss?
people just mugging other languages for words, and they mugged French a lot.
That is true.
Yeah. Like there's a strong Germanic root, but also like there's a strong French root too. In fact, the fun fact that I heard about English where this comes up a lot is that English is the like one of the only languages that has like two words for every meat, the alive form and the dead form separately. Where
That's
the
true.
alive form comes from German and the dead form comes from French.
Interesting. Does it
Yeah.
mean French doesn't have living meat?
Very few languages do.
Huh.
So like the most common pattern for most other languages is just you have the name for the animal and then you go animal's meat and that's it.
Well, that makes
Yeah.
terrifying sense. And Beo has sent me a picture of. Oh, you're watching this on YouTube. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very clear Frank Skinner nail.
Yep. The confirmation is there.
How you get to watch this, and I'm watching this for a ghetto Russian download.
Wait, what? You don't get through YouTube?
Well, I mean, no, because the television rights.
Ah,
They're owned by a streaming service that I can't be arsed to pay for.
the jurisdiction laws. Interesting.
Yeah. I also can't be bothered to pay for a VPN because they never work.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we somehow get a VPN sponsorship, in which case they suddenly do work, and please pay us. I would like a sponsorship. Please give us money.
Liz.
I assure you, all of our 4 listeners will eagerly, listen to everything we have to say about VPNs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call that an ad break and move on to the next task.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
While I'm angry about you watching the same thing in HD.
Damn.
I'm just here 4DP. Make this Swedish person blush. Now I can do it, right? Now I'm allowed to do this task, yeah?
Yep, now you
Yes.
are.
We have a man. His name is Fred. He's not named, but his name is Fred. And I like this guy. He shows up in several tasks for the first couple of seasons.
I know, right?
And he gets bullied a lot, and that's very funny.
I wonder how they got the role.
He is a part of Alex's Horn's band.
Oh,
I looked it up.
amazing.
Yep. He, they go back, apparently.
Nice.
His name is
Pays
Fred
off.
Olin. Olin, yeah. So, yeah, he I guess he got recruited because he's Swedish. I don't know. Does it matter?
I think they just like went with the Swedish part afterwards, just like let's get it rando, and then just like whatever.
I don't know how Swedish relates to him blushing, but yeah.
Well,
well,
we could get weird with it. It could be a genetic thing.
well, I mean, I'm Danish, so I know that Swedish is a genetic disorder.
Wow.
Come on. You're too American for this, man. You're too American for this. If you're European, you gotta hate your neighboring country.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Those are the rules.
Those are the rules. Sure.
I mean, we did spend a good 500 years killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not allowed to say this. But I'm sure I'm sure Fred is a lovely guy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the obvious solution is pick up a man and hold him upside down.
Yep. Which, in a weird twist of fate, Rasheen gets a smart solution out of this.
She makes the man bend over.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I guess a lot of us once have a woman tell us to bend over, but ignore that. You can't ignore that.
So this is your show, so I won't pull out the bat on you.
What do you mean my show? This is our show, Bayo. Nonetheless, don't pull out the bat.
Exactly.
That's rude. But yes, a woman tells a man to bend over, and it makes him very red. But nonetheless, the best TV does come from the gay angle. The very gay angle. Have you ever imagined Alex Horne naked?
No.
No, me neither. I imagine he looks like an unplucked chicken. So,
behold the man.
yes, it's Aristoteles and his new best friend, Alex Horne.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got Aristoteles into this. That's isn't Aristoteles the man who lives in a barrel? I think it was Aristoteles.
No, the man who lived in Barrel had like a completely different name.
No, it was sure about that.
I think it was a D.
No, because you're thinking about Dionysus, but he was a god.
No, not Dionysus.
Diogenes. I can't speak Greek.
Yeah, Diogenes.
I would like to make an apology to all of Aristoteles' descendants for thinking he lived in a barrel.
Yeah.
But look, it's all Greek to me, mate.
Literally.
Literally.
But also, speaking of which, back to the comment about imagining Alex kid. They didn't know it, but actually, the fact that the guy was actually in the band with Alex Horne means they have a higher probability, even if that probability is still very small, but it's still a higher probability that they did.
There is a non-zero chance that Alex Horne has had to dress in front of... Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he has never imagined it because he has seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, really, you gotta think, like, have you ever imagined, I mean, let's just take this to the logical extreme. Have you ever imagined Frank Skinner naked?
No.
No. And nor do we have to, because he has the belly of a 15-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a fun comment. I mean, ultimately, as funny as it is, approaching this from a very gay angle doesn't work.
Guy is a stoic master.
I won't call him stoic as much as say... Well, I know he's not gay because I googled him, but... I'm just saying, maybe gently caressing his face is not the correct approach.
Nor is regretting not blowing on their lips.
I mean, that is certainly... I mean, I don't mind it being a gay show because, I mean, we are both aware of the Taskmaster fanfics.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we know it is inherently a very gay show. So just kiss him on the lips next time, that's what I'm saying.
Would that have flown, or would like the crew be like, "Whoa, bro, come on"?
Nah, I think I think they're in for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who cares about the crew? I think Fred would have been in for it. Mm-hmm. I think Alex would have been in for it.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a task actually from the Danish version. It was something like break a boundary, I think it was called. And we have this Arab man, this Arab singer, right? Mm-hmm. And he said, I'm going to break the ultimate boundary. I'm going to French kiss the host. And they honest to God went through with it on camera.
Wow.
Yeah, the Danish version of Alex Horne and this Arab guy kissing and with tongue. And him saying, if my aunt was alive, she would be rotating in her grave. Or something like that.
Yeah, that doesn't work if they're alive and in the grave at the same time.
But I think you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think you are allowed to French kiss Fred the Swede.
Mm-hmm.
Who is still not named at this point, just saying, but that's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, I think the crew would have allowed it.
Okay.
Thank you for that deep felt comment, Bayo. Do you have anything other to add other than okay?
No.
No, yeah, that's fine. In any case, there was a bit of colors mentioned as a result. Being a man, I couldn't tell the difference, but apparently women can tell the difference. It's all red to me.
They got really creative with those shades of pink.
What was it, like fantasy rose or something? Some bullshit like that?
One of them was rose. One of them was satin for some reason.
Everyone loves satin.
But satin's a material, not a color. But I digress.
You can digress all you want. You're not the host.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you're the host of this, but you know what I mean. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm struggling to remember what Josh was just asking weird questions. Just gets 1 point, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Key, who I honestly don't remember what did, gets 2. The Gay Brothers.
Tim Key was the one that was like, I wish I blew on their lips.
Ah, yeah. He should have blown on the lips. Absolutely. Frank 3, Rubbish 4. And Bendover gets 5. And I think that's a solution.
Is a very ingenious solution. Just
Go on.
It's like, well, you didn't define blush, so let's just get all the blood in there and call it a day.
It is a blush is more blood to the face than usual. Actually, what is the definition of a blush? Let's go find out, shall we?
Blood rush. Oh, it makes sense now.
You know what? When you put it like that, right?
Yeah.
We should just punch a guy in the face. What? I feel
I don't know if they would let that fly if that happened.
He's blushing. He's blushing. No, wait, no, that's his blood.
Mm-hmm.
Erubescence, it's apparently also called.
Oh, and actually, it comes from Dutch.
Of course, it's coming from. Everything comes from Dutch. I'm expecting an explanation, Bale.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it Dutch?
Because it comes from blozen.
Ah, okay. Well, I just learned that apparently you can be afraid of the color red.
I mean, technically, you can be afraid of anything.
Yes, we'll get to that. I'm just saying that being afraid of the color yellow is called xanthophobia.
Huh.
Who the hell knows how the Greeks name stuff?
You know, that's actually xanthophobia. Xanth.
Apparently.
Xanth is yellow. Okay, yeah.
Problem solved.
It literally is yellow fear.
It's the opposite of yellow fever. I am still getting bonked after this.
Yeah.
Would you like to... Sorry, go on.
I was about to comment on, like, most of the phobias are, like sadistically named in a way that triggers their own phobia.
That's beautiful.
Like, what is it? Like, there's a phobia of long words.
A phobia of what, sorry?
Long words.
Ah, yeah, that's cruel. Unusual.
Yeah, like, word phobia. Like, the long word phobia is the hippopotamonstrossequipedaliaphobia phobia. It itself is a really long word.
Yeah, I was about to say you could probably pronounce that better, but I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows how to pronounce Fuck, I can't do it either.
Yeah. Or like the phobia of R words has a lot of R's in it, and the phobia of palindromes is a palindrome itself.
Oh, come on, that's deliberate.
A lot of them seem that way. It's like, why you name these things in a way to trigger themselves?
Maybe they hate people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, before this suddenly turns into a fetish show, let's move on with a fetish test, shall we?
What?
Balloons.
Ah, yeah.
There are people with balloon fetishes.
Mm-hmm.
Since we are on the topic of phobias, let's have the opposite of a phobia.
Aphilia.
Yes, unless you're afraid of balloons popping, In which case, that's also a phobia. So, something like that.
Something like that.
Unless you have more to add on the whole Swedish situation. Or you really, really want to discuss more phobias.
No, nothing more there.
Yeah, no, I was like, okay, yellow, you can be afraid of yellow, that was something. Why yellow? I don't know. There's an X in it. Blow a balloon. Blindfolded. Now, I'm gonna preface this with saying I have never successfully blown up a balloon.
Same.
I don't have the lips for it, you know?
The lips for it?
Yeah, I also can't whistle.
Oh.
Like, if I had
You
to do
can't do
this...
you can't do the tongue whistle version either?
The what now? Tongue whistle?
Yeah, I can. My warlock can only tongue whistle, not lip whistle.
I am not gonna... Is it where I form my lips into a whistle and blow?
Yeah, you're talking about lip whistle. There's also tongue whistle, where you basically curl your tongue into it and whistle through that.
I'm actually mostly just spitting on the microphone. Sorry. Yeah, No, I can't do that either. Look, you know how I feel about, scene tasks.
Yeah, sage tasks are not the greatest.
I mean, at least this one you have something to look at, and, you can bully Tim Key, who also bullies himself, of course. As always, I zone out through these. I know they have a purpose. I just don't think they make for good television sometimes.
Yeah, not for good television.
Except when they do, but today's not one of those. Blow a balloon, okay. I don't remember how much time they had.
I think it was 3 minutes.
That's a lot of time for a balloon.
Well, remember, one of the caveats was that it had to finish tied already.
Yeah, that's another thing I can't do.
So I guess most of the time was for tying it because you're blindfolded.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, you can tie something while blindfolded. That's a tactile feeling, you know?
Yeah, but
If you
it
know what
still
you're doing.
slows you down, you know?
Well, still. I think they were hoping that someone was going to blow up a balloon so big that it blew up. Which didn't happen for some reason.
No, they were all very diligent.
Yeah, the latex was. Very diligent latex. Didn't work. Someone had to get blown up. But no one was blown up, except, Alex showing up with a balloon and going, "Hey, pup." And also fart noises, you know?
Yep.
Again, it's a task.
A live one.
A live one. For what it's worth, Frank and Josh were neck and neck before this task. But you can't really be tactical on stage because, well, you can't see how big a balloon he blows.
Nope, not at all.
I mean, the only tactical thing you can do here, if you want to be a wet blanket instead of being a Taskmaster contestant, is just don't blow. Just tie a knot on it. And wait for someone else to blow up. I will say, though...
But as we saw here, that would still got you last place because no one blew up.
Well, yeah, but Tim actually disqualified himself.
All right, true.
So just did get second place.
No, second to last, so fourth.
Well, I mean, still last place was 2 points.
Yeah, exactly.
So it counts.
It counts, yeah.
It also means Tim finishes with 10 points, which is disappointingly low, and he should be ashamed of himself. I can't English. Terribly sorry. And Rasheen wins. Stage task, it's fine. Let me just go for... I just want to say, though, it's actually not Tim's worst episode. He finished episode 4 with 9 points.
Oh.
I'm looking at the table right now. I mean, Rasheen had a 7 and a 9 and a 9 and an 8. So 10 is not that bad. I mean, it's 2 digits. Still, 7 points. That's terrible. But yeah, no, yes. I don't know what to say. It's a task.
It is a task.
It is a task. And I don't know what to say about it. It's a task. You show up, you blow a balloon, and the best part is the bander. And sometimes I wish they had more bander and less balloon, even if the balloons had faces on them.
True.
What they should do is they should distract the audience, the contestants by, well, since Alex's band is a horn-blowing band, they're from the name, the horn section. Just, play the mariachi, play loud music into people's ears,
Yep.
Make them really distracted.
Indeed.
Dap them with, tiny little, things, Tickle them. And just remember, if someone swallows a balloon, then they probably lose. By the way,
I feel like they'll have much more problems than losing right then.
You say that. Oh, it reminds me of junior high sex ed.
What?
I had a mate of mine. He was blowing up a condom like it was a balloon. And he decided to inhale. He got better. He got better.
Get better.
He got better, he studies biology now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No doubt because he almost swallowed a condom.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about the balloons, I'm afraid. It's a task.
It's a task, yeah.
It's a stage task. Oh, I mean, overall, it wasn't the best episode, was it?
No.
Like, you don't like prize tests, so that's one out of the picture. We don't like growing the nail. We don't really like team tasks, and a stage task. There's, in total, 2 tasks we like in this one.
Exactly.
Out of 6 tasks, that's not a lot. At the very least, I can tell you the next episode is better.
Indeed it was.
Indeed it was, and we will get to that in the next episode. Would you like to have any closing remarks? No? You just...
No, I can't think of a witty comeback.
And that was the saga of the little denim shorts. If you think we were boring to listen to, well, to be fair, I blame the episode.
Yeah, very slow episode.
It's the first season. They're ironing out the kinks. They're learning what works. I mean, again, the 2 tasks, the boulder and the sweet sprint, they're brilliant tasks. They're fine. They're great tasks.
Yeah, those are brilliant. Absolute brilliant. Walk into a situation, no preparation time.
Yeah, except for wearing a barlow suit, but that's beside the point. I will even say that the most valuable item is fun, even though, yeah. The rest, you know. But I swear to God, the next episode, oh yes, that is the hot one. Are you emotionally prepared to talk about that, Bayo?
Yeah, sure.
Then we shall end this episode on a cliffhanger.
The cliffs.
The Cliffs of Dover, which is not that far from Camper Sands, probably.
Probably not that far.
Probably not. It's all England to me.
It's all England to us.
It's all England to me. I have been Jasper. That has been Bayo. And for some reason, we have not discussed Little Denim Shorts at all, despite it being the title.
Yeah, actually, why is it the title? I don't even know they say it.
It was set during the Swedish thing,
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense now.
But I don't even remember the context. Alright, yeah, just say... No, hang on, we're doing an outro. Shut up, Bayo. Go wait to the crowd or something.
Yeah, I could if I had hands.
Well, I don't have hands either, so goodbye, and don't forget to panic, I guess.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.